Hey there everyone, Hitesh here and welcome to another Saturday Live. And in case you don't know, I try to go live every single Saturday so that I can answer some of your interesting questions, can have a little bit chit chat with you, or just anything, fun stuff like that. So I go live every single Saturday at 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. according to Indian time. And we're going to wait a few minutes so that people can show up. Hey, Mr. Verghese is here. And Mr. Verghese, I saw your comment about Stripe. I actually never interacted with the Stripe Indian thing. I was aware that Stripe is still as good as it works in the United States. I will definitely share this one here. Okay, so we are going to take questions. A lot of people are saying hello. So, hello, Ganpati. Hello, Gaurav. Hello, Vivek Gopalan. How is it going on for you? Hi, Ganesh Reddy. Hi, Kaushik. How's it going on? Hi, Asif. High five. High five to you, Asif, as well. What's up, Hitesh? Nothing much. I've just finished three courses on DSA, data structures and algorithm. And now just enjoying a little bit more learning stuff. So that's it's going on. Okay, it says camera view is good today. Actually, I have somehow little bit understood that how this focusing issue actually works on this Sony camera. I'm not pretty sure yet how it is going to work, but I think it's working decently as of now. We'll see. We'll see how this live turns up. I'm always trying to bump up the quality. So new setup is more better. Thank you so much. Great work on gym. Thank you so much. I'm hitting gym more often now, and I'm enjoying that. Actually, afternoon gym is actually much more suitable for me as compared to others. So yeah, what are you learning now? I'm actually trying to get my hand dirty more on Docker. I know like 40-50% of the Docker, not much, but I would love to learn more on the Docker. So that's why I'm just trying to read more and watch a lot of videos, getting more into the detailed documentation of Docker. So that's what I'm doing as of now. Apart from that, I'm also building a project which is involved with a lot of e-commerce stuff. So that's also I'm doing. So yeah, it's going pretty good. It's going pretty good. How about you? How's it going on for you? So let's pick up a couple of more questions. When did you start coding? I guess I start coding in my college. Yeah, college. I started the coding and all these programming in the college. Okay, so Ashwin says, don't you think you are running out of content these days? Absolutely no. The technologies are like enough. I don't post that much of the videos. Otherwise, there's iOS, there's Android, Flutter, React Native, then Docker, then AWS. There's a whole lot of things that I still have to cover, and I'm just not doing much there. There's Vue.js, there's Angular. So as a matter of fact, okay, camera, your camera doesn't on you. It is focusing pretty accurate. I can see that here this time. So no, no joking there. So can we expect Docker course coming soon? No, not soon because it takes actually a little bit time to prepare the course. I guess probably 2 months. So yeah. Okay, so which language I should take up after Btech? I guess you should have taken a language during the Btech. After the Btech is definitely a little bit late, but hey, it's always whenever you start, it's always great. I think you should start with something like JavaScript or Python. These are a bit more friendlier language. So yeah. Okay, so what should be the strategy to learn something? The graph actually always work. Actually, I presented this theory a while ago in a college that there is always a learning curve and learning graph that how you actually learn anything. And in that, there are always two bumps in that graph. The first one is the very initial phase when you think everything is so easy. That's also a bump. And another one is when actually things start a little bit tricky there. Jatin says, so can we expect iOS 13 videos? Actually, yesterday only I recorded 3 more videos on iOS. Didn't posted them yet. They are not fully edited yet. I will edit them probably tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow is Sunday, so I don't post any videos on Sunday. So yeah, but definitely we will be posting that. Okay. Sir, Android or iOS? depends where is your interest. Learning both of them is always better, but it depends. Android is very crowded market. That means a lot of people are looking for jobs. Definitely there are more job opportunities. In the iOS world, the job opportunities are equally, because companies do require iOS app as well, but the people who are applying are actually very less. Not a lot of people care about iOS development, but when you face the interview, then only you realize. That's why you might be seeing that on my iOS videos, people are not focusing much. Of course, the barrier is the iOS device. That's why I'm thinking to just pause the series from the YouTube and migrate it to someplace else, probably learn code online. I was thinking to post like all of the entire series on YouTube, but I'm not getting equal response on the videos. So I'm thinking we're going to move that somewhere else, and I can put another series on YouTube. Probably Docker, probably more advanced JavaScript. I'll post a poll on my Instagram based on what you're saying, but I'll be honest here. I don't know like everything about Docker. Yes, I can prepare the course and can learn a few things on the go, but only I know 50-60% of the Docker. I still have to learn a lot. Probably I can learn on the go. So, yeah. And by the way, in case you are not connected with me on Instagram, I am also going for another TEDx talk in GLA University, Mathura. And recently, another college actually approached me that, hey, if you're coming to Mathura, you can also come to our college. Uh, it depends on, it's actually IIT Guwahati. No, I'm not IIT Guwahati, IIT Gwalior. Sorry, my bad. Uh, so probably I'll be there, probably not. I'm not pretty sure. The things are still undergo, like we are talking and all of that. So yeah, hopefully. Congratulations for another TEDx talk. Sanjay, thank you so much, Sanjay Singh. I really appreciate your words. Okay, no, what the strategy like? How should I go through the new technology? Hey, Anand, it all depends on how much time you are having and how much budget you are having. If you are having absolutely zero budget, then look for YouTube videos, look for, there's a super chat. Background service in Flutter, is it possible? I have actually never tried it. I think it is possible. Background service should be possible in Flutter. I don't think so. There should be any problem in that. I haven't personally tried it, but it should be. It should be. So as I was saying, that it depends on your budget and the time. If you have less time, then obviously you have to spend in buying some courses and buying some books. Otherwise, if you're not in the mood to spend anything, then obviously it's going to take a lot of time, because then you don't have proper guidance. So my recommendation is always take a proper guidance, save some time. You can always earn money back again. Time is something that doesn't come really back again. Okay, how to get into good company from tier 3 college. Focus a lot on DSA as well as products. Build a immense portfolio. Dipanshu says, I haven't coded for a month and now I feel like I have learned some basics again. It is sometimes boring to learn basics again. Yeah, that is something. Especially, it is boring when you move it from one language to another. Then again, you have to brush up your basics again. Happened to me when I was looking again back into Swift and iOS development. I have to go through with the basics again. That is boring, absolutely, but I love it. You have to go through it. That is the pain. It's almost absolutely necessary. Sir, about boot camps, we are planning winter boot camps, and you're going to see that news very soon. It's going to be out very, very soon. So, yeah, we will be doing the boot camps very, very soon. Okay, crash course on Magento. No, we are not planning any crash course for Magento anytime soon, but Uh, I'll still keep that in my to-do list. So we're gonna do that. It's actually sometimes a bit hard to see the chat which is going up like so fast, and I'm super happy that my camera is not uh, like doing those focusing issues at least in this live stream. So give it a thumbs up in case you are enjoying that. Now the audio and video quality is now getting better. Okay. MacBook Air 2018 for programming, data science, and machine learning. I think any Apple machine is actually much more decent than what I have seen any other machine, because the hardware and the software synchronization is not so great in the Windows machine. So I think I would say any Mac machine, or if you are low on the budget, why don't you try the Mac Mini? It's not as portable as MacBooks, but Mac Mini, I recently bought one. In case you see my Instagram stories, I recently bought one for the office, and it's actually an insanely crazy machine. So fast, so good. It's totally a worth value machine. And I loved it. I actually bought the 6 core version, but you can buy the lesser version as well. I think Mac Mini is a really, really great deal. And if you're low on a budget, I think I would highly, highly recommend that. Sachin says, "Do you play PUBG?" No, I don't play PUBG. I do sometimes play Tekken on my PlayStation, sometimes. And I'm currently playing a game, Spider Man, which I think I'm going to restart now. I was playing that game initially, then I got busy in a course, then I again got busy in another project, and then again I got busy in the DSA course. So we actually launched the DSA course in 3 languages: C++, Java, and Python. And now the team is working on it to provide support to all the questions. So I got busy in that. I never got time to finish that game. I'll probably finish it now. I really want to. I really want to. I've been working really hard. Now I think I can play a game a little bit, not much. I actually enjoy more in recording videos and crafting these projects, but sometimes, you have to. You have to play games. Best programming language for learning DSA. Okay, I'll tell you my personal views on that. You can contradict on that. You're fully allowed to that. What I have realized while creating this entire course is that Python is actually fairly an easy language to understand the data structure concept. The language is so clear to understand. It's almost like you are reading English. Java is on the number two. It's a very, very verbose language, so you understand a lot in there as well. But I personally realized that with the Java code, I think student will be able to understand the DSA concept much more easier. Now, some of the tricks are there in the Python as well, because the language is powerful enough with some tricks under the sleeves. So sometimes it goes like that, but I would say Python is actually a better choice. So Garo says, going to start DSA. Absolutely, you should. Don't wait for that. Okay, now that's a rocking live. Thank you so much, Harsh. Make sure you hit that like button if you are seeing this live in a better quality. Okay, can I earn money as a freelancer by learning Android? You can earn as a freelancer learning anything, Android, web. Recently, I just got a message from a person. I forgot the name. I can actually check it on my phone. I recently got a message from a friend. He's on Instagram. I can actually show. The account is from the name of Development Enthusiast. And he said that he is taking my Flutter course, and he got a freelancing job while doing the course. He says, I haven't yet finished it, but I think I'll be able to do the client's work pretty easily. I'll complete the course after the client work. I think that's nice. You just pay 600, 700, 800 rupees for a course. You are charging to the client way more than that. I'm pretty sure of that. And you just make money. So I'm not like imposing here that you can always make money with my courses. No, absolutely. That's not the claim I'm making. All I'm making is you learn a lot with the courses. Prasanna says, dope quality live. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I absolutely love to bump up the quality, bump up the game so that other people can also compete with their. Competition is always good. Competition is always good. Okay, so Django supports SQL? Yes, of course it does. It does. It's absolutely supports SQL. So should I go for web development or data science? It all depends where you feel more comfortable and where you see yourself doing this stuff. Web development is actually more easier in getting jobs and in doing as well. Machine learning, data science is still not easy to get as a fresher into the job there. What about Android development in future? Uh, I think it's going to change a lot the way how we are designing the apps right now. It's going to change a lot in the future because we are seeing the frameworks like Flutter, we're seeing the frameworks like React Native and Capacitor. So I think it's going to change quite a lot in the upcoming years. The only thing that's not going to be changing much is going to be the iOS development, because Apple is so strict about some of the things that needs to be done through the iOS ways. But surely, every single day the hacks are coming up, the alternative ways are coming up. Apart from payment, I think we have all the alternatives now that are pretty good. So I think the Android development is going to change drastically in next like 3 or 4 years. Okay, Shivam says competition with Telesco learning. No, not at all. Uh, the friendly competition, like bumping up the quality in the courses and the live and the videos, is absolutely good. But I don't think so. As a competition, there's nothing out there. He's doing a completely different thing. What I'm doing is a completely different thing. And by the way, we do a live session quite a lot on Instagram as well. And I don't think so there is any competition with anybody on the YouTube. They all are doing their best. I'm trying my best. So yeah, it's always like that. Amazing video quality like always. Thank you so much, Prabhat. Okay, so React and Node.js, is it a best choice? It's uh it's a choice. Saying it's a best choice is not really great, because what you can do in Node and React, you can obviously do that in PHP and MySQL as well. You can do that in Django and Postgre as well. It's not like it's always the best choice. It's always about where you are comfortable and what project you are building, what's the need there. In the Django, it's more forgiven. Not in the Django. In the MongoDB and the Node.js, it's more forgiving. You don't have to rewrite the entire database when you come up with a new feature to add up or new property in the database to add up. That's why most of the people actually go for that. Okay, so OSCP or CEH10? I would say OSCP. Is it even that a question? Is that even a question? Why OSCP and CEH? Any version of CEH, I would recommend you to go for OSCP. That's a different nightmare of an exam, and I think it's one of the better way of having it. So Gajendra says you are one of the finest YouTuber. No, I'm not. Not even close. I'm just trying to do things, and sometimes I get success, sometimes not. But we all are on the learning phase of that. Should I learn dope programmer? I love that username, by the way. Should I learn Electron JS for designing desktop app? I would say yeah, absolutely. Have you seen that Postman? The Postman is like a backend API testing tool. Wouldn't be right exactly to say it as a testing tool, but check out the Postman. It's a great software designed totally in Electron JS, and I think that proves like you can build amazingly beautiful thing there. So yeah, I would highly recommend. Why not? Why not learn Electron JS? It's absolutely good. What about MVC? To be honest, MVC is a pattern which, if you're building anything, especially in the Node.js and Mongo and React and something, you will automatically follow MVC. You don't need to like follow it like by remembering it. You automatically just follow always MVC pattern there. Okay, Virat Singh. I hope I said your name correctly. If not, sorry. Got selected in Accenture. Thanks to you, sir. I have taken Java competition course last year, passed this year. Ah, that's great. Thank you so much, and congratulations. Now, just chill and relax for a couple of days. You have worked hard. Okay, modern JavaScript course. Actually, half of my JavaScript course is actually paid. It's included in the Node.js course. I actually didn't posted all of the videos in my JavaScript playlist because people were not watching it at that time. I thought nobody's watching it, so let's move it on to the paid course. I did that. Then series got viral. So not exactly viral, but yeah, it has a lot of views. To be honest, I don't post like everything on YouTube. If I would be making my entire library available on YouTube, within a month, I would go cross a million. I'm pretty sure within a month I can cross a million. But what's the point of putting up entire hard work and so much of the dedication effort on YouTube and just rely on? There's a super chat by Rishabh. It says, "Sir, I want to go in machine learning or AI or web development. Which laptop to choose? Windows Core i7 GTX graphics card or MacBook expensive?" uh, Call me biased here, but I think what I have realized is that you can buy a Windows machine and within 2 years, it will start lagging, it will start slowing down. that hardware doesn't really perform the way it was meant to perform on the day one. So that's why I personally always use Apple machine. I want a machine which is more reliable. I don't want to keep on installing updates. I want to work on my project. I want to learn something. I just don't want to keep on waiting for that cursor to be going like that. I really don't like that. So that's why I say, why to buy a laptop every 2 years, and why not to buy just one machine and just work on it for like next 4 years or 5 years. That's why I say, buy an Apple machine. You don't need to buy it like every next year. This iMac, which is right in front of me, I bought it like 3 or 4 years ago. Never formatted it after that. It's always is like, just turn on the button and start working there. Sometimes I don't even turn off this machine for like 5 or 6 days. Still no performance issues. And I do work a lot on this. I work on Android. I work on some machine learning. I don't train models here because that's not really optimized. But of course, we work on a lot of it, including the Android Studio. Mark my word, Android Studio. I use it on this machine along with the video recording. So I'm just crushing this machine the best I can. And I produce videos in the 1080p. Sometimes I even record 4K videos there. So yeah, I would say just buy a better machine. Apple machine is far more better than any Windows laptop. Surely there might be higher graphic card and all of that, but what you're going to do with that graphic card if your machine is not even booting properly? So there is a big issue and problem in the Windows OS itself. Okay. Okay. So you are a perfect technology package. No, I'm not. I'm just sharing what I'm learning, and yeah, that's all we are going on for that. What about IoT? I'm not much into the IoT, to be very honest. I don't play much around it. The last time I played with the IoT was in my master's. I played with a little bit of the sensors, the light sensors, and the humidity sensors. Apart from that, I never played around with that. I didn't enjoy it much. Everybody has their own choice of working on the things. So I don't think so. I'm a great person to tell you more about the IoT. Probably there's some other YouTube channel you can talk him or her, however you like, and then you can just go for that. Okay, there's a super chat by Maninder Singh Jabal. Ah, nice name. Shifting career domain to software development, best way to get into MNC. If you're shifting your career, I believe you're already working in a company. So I think that's going to be easier for you. Apart from whatever the tech stack you choose, Node, React, Mongo, Angular, whatever you're choosing, I would say that since one of the easier way of getting, because you're making a switch, is join a lot of conferences as well, because I've seen a lot of people getting hired in cross companies in these conferences. And since you're already in a company and shifting, you might have an access to LinkedIn accounts and all of that. These conferences happen a lot. Recently, Razorpay hosted a conference, so these conferences occur a lot. So go ahead, join them. That's actually a better way. Okay. Is doing masters important for CSE engineer? I would say I enjoyed it because the thing which I expected to learn in the computer science, in the engineering, I didn't did my engineering in computer science, but I saw my all of my friends' books and their curriculum and what are that. What they were expecting in learning in the CSE, I actually learned all of that in my masters. So I would say masters is actually a better choice, and you should go for masters. Like, you can always earn whenever you like, but once you stop studying, that is absolutely tough to come back. So finish your studies as long as you want to learn. Masters, PhD, maybe even after that as well. Just take your time. There is no such hurry in earning the money. You can earn whenever you like. So don't do that. Do you have experience in Kubernetes? A little bit, like you can say 15 to 20%, and not much. 15 to 20%. I was reading this Kubernetes yesterday. Today, entire day was spent in just preparing the presentation for the next TEDx. When is your marriage? Not soon. I haven't yet traveled to the world enough, so I'm gonna spend some more time in traveling, and then probably we'll see. I'm not in a hurry to get married. As I said, don't hurry up. In first and foremost, leaving your education, learn as much as you like, do more degrees, whatever you like. Don't hurry up in that. Also, don't hurry up in getting married. Find the right person. That's very important. Otherwise, you know, you see a lot of videos from the tech lead as well. So take your time. There's no hurry. How can I buy your courses? I'm from Pakistan. Use your credit card. We accept all the international credit cards, so no problem in that. Get shaved. Yeah, I will get shaved. Like not clean, of course, but I will try to trim it a little bit. But no, I'm not doing it. Okay, how to get started with learning DBMS? I think MySQL is going to be a great choice to get started, and that's how you can get started. Pretty easy. Uh, okay. Do you think information security, bug bounty hunting, taking boom a lot than SDE roles? Your thought? I would say yes, a little bit on that side. That nowadays, bug hunting and bug bounty is not now actually these ethical hacking profile and all of that were always in the limelight. Developers are like silent workers who have been always working from the backside of the things. Like who cares about who designed the Swiggy or in what tech stack the Swiggy was designed? All you care about getting the product. If you found a bug, even the smallest bug on the Swiggy app, it's going to make a newspaper headline. But who designed a new feature that you can track your food on the go? Nobody talks about that in newspapers. So that's the irony. So that is why infosec is always going to be in the limelight. That's one other thing. Okay. Why watermark on LCO mobile videos? It's so annoying. It's more annoying for us when somebody actually pirates the course or sells their credentials to other person who actually records the video. It's more annoying for us. It's a business loss for us. That's why you see the watermarking on the videos. It's going to happen. It's not something that it's almost something like when you walk into a mall and the security guy is just frisking you with that gadget. Who likes it? I don't. But we have to because there are some elements who are doing bad stuff. So that's why it is here. Hit like. Yes, of course. Hey guys, you forgot to hit that like. How's that? How's that? Oh, one more thing. I am actually planning to do more live on Instagram as well as Q&A. The fun Q&A is going to be coming up on Instagram because I somehow am becoming more addicted toward Instagram. I am not on any other social media. I don't have even app of Twitter, Facebook, or anything. I just am on Instagram. I'm loving it. So in case you haven't yet joined me up, go ahead and join me up on Instagram, Hitesh Chaudhary Official. I'm having so much fun there. No shave November. No, it was like no shave from last not 5 months, maybe more. What jobs to look for as an undergrad in C11 and C++17? I would say Amazon is offering a lot, and if you can, here's a side note: if you want to pursue that, it's going to be great for you. This is a question by Code Blooded. I'm going to take your super chat in a second, but first let me answer this. So, in case you have a good knowledge of C and C++, try to look for NS3, and maybe in the Washington D.C. University and all of that, they are having a great roles and opportunity for that. So, I think you should try that. Rohan Chaudhary says, firstly, sir, thank you for providing as awesome content. My question is, I learned Java and currently explored Python and made Django project. I am in third semester, confused. Which domain should I go? Any guidance? I think you have explored like two good languages. I would say that's a great thing first and foremost. Exploring Java and you have explored Python. I'm pretty sure you are enjoying Python more. That's why you moved one step further in that Django project. Now I would say go ahead, make a couple of clones. You should make a clone of Spotify would be great. Create a Spotify clone in Django, create an e-commerce website in Django, as well as try to integrate a payment gateway. Maybe Stripe or Braintree would be a great choice. And that what you should be doing because you're just in third semester. I think you can explore one more language in case you like. Uh, Third semester is like really early. If you are in third year, I would say just stick to Java or Python, whatever you choose. If you are in third semester only, then I would say just explore probably JavaScript also. It's going to be good for you. Again, I didn't really get it here which one you are saying that you are in third year or semester. So I said, again, let me remind that if you are in third year, I would say just stick to Java or Python, whatever you have chosen, make more project in it, get in-depth knowledge about these frameworks and language. If you are in third semester only, explore one more language, probably JavaScript. Check out my free JavaScript series on YouTube. You're going to love that. Prakash says Iron Man Hitesh. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. How to get into IITs? JEE exam? Heard of that? Come on, what kind of question is that? Can you tell your opinion about C Sharp? I don't have any opinion on C Sharp. I've never worked on it much. I don't have much on that. Node project is YouTube stuff, of course. I don't really get that. What you said. Okay. Are you aware, sir? Are you aware paper plagiarism of some famous YouTuber? Yes, I really don't want to comment anything on that. Whatever happened in there, I really don't want to say that. Writing paper is a very tricky thing. I was able to write just one single paper in the entire masters. Here's a fun thing. I would like to share this earlier story. So when I was in my masters, I had to choose this guide in the very final year, and my guide actually was forcing me to read 5 research paper every single week, and I couldn't. I barely was able to finish one research paper in the entire week. It's so tough to read these research paper. If it is like 4 or 5 page long, it's so hard to make a sense out of it and then try to repeat their experiment even like on a 10% basis. So I was getting like really mad that why are you saying that every week I have to read like 5, and then in the very final year he said no, you have to submit a report on 50 research paper. We were having unlimited access of IEEE. He just wanted to use like everything. There's a super chat. What to do, competitive programming or data science, where to go? I want big four companies, please have fourth year Btech student ECE. I know DS and Algos and ML. I think you should focus more on data structures and algorithm, because if you want to get into big four, first and foremost, data structures and algorithm should be like absolute amazing. But not only that, you have to focus a little on the aptitude side as well. And then these are the hurdles, like these are the pre-exams that you have to get. Once you sit in the interview facing one to one where majority of people get rejected, I was also rejected first at there. The majority of the people get rejected there because they focus so much on competitive programming and the DSA only. They don't have real experience of working on the project. So when the interviewer just asks you and frisk you a lot about back and forth is going on, you have no idea how the real project actually works on. And it's not like you have to just clear one interview. There are at least 5 tech rounds of interview. They're not going to be asking you anything related to competitive programming, little bit on the data structures and algorithm, but they will ask you what kind of project you have made. So you're going to say, I made this project in Django or Node.js. Then they are going to ask you what problems you have faced during building that project, how you came up with the solution, what optimization you have used in in that project. So these are the things that comes up during these interview. So it's not like you can focus just on competitive programming or just on DSA. It's a whole mixture of doing a lot of things. There are a lot of people who are doing hundreds of things. So first is, as you said, data structures and algorithm. That's great start. I don't think so you should focus much on machine learning or anything. They don't really directly ask that much. If you're having, that's great. That's always great. As much as you can grasp, that's great. But after data structures and algorithm, little on aptitude, little on competitive programming is good. And once you're done with that, just make couple of good projects, something like using AWS, something using database and payment gateways. That should be a great strategy. And don't expect that for the very first time you're going to get selected there. It rarely happens. Expect that you're going to go through like 5, 10, or 11, 20 failures of that. And then if you have decided so hard that there's no choice for me, I'm going to get into the big four, nothing else, I'll not do anything else in my life, whether it's take me 10 years or 5 years, I'm going to get there, I'm going to just got there. You will get there, absolutely. But are you determined that much? So I was talking about these research papers. So yeah, so my guide was absolutely bad that why I'm not submitting a report of 50 research paper in just one semester alone. And I was like, I cannot do that. Fail me if you like, but I cannot submit a report. What others did was just they prepared a report on 10 papers and then just they copy pasted that those 10 papers again back and forth and just scrambled that and we accepted that report. I was like, what's the point of doing that? What's the point? So yeah, writing research paper is really tough, but I really don't want to comment on anything. Controversy is something I want to just stay away. I'm happy with whatever I am having. I really don't need much, especially not extra attention. Sir, am I needed to learn Java before taking the Android development course from LCO? It's always good to have because Android development is always going to be focused on Java. So you should take the Java bootcamp first, but in case you have no plan of doing that, I think basics of loops and functions is also okay if you want to learn it on your own. But surely having a guided course or something saves you some time. It's not like you cannot learn without these courses. You absolutely can. You 100% can learn. But the thing is, with these courses, you actually save some time. You have a guided path, you just learn quickly, and instead of uh, wasting time, because once you start watching the YouTube, you find up like at 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the night, you might be watching a documentary on North Korea or some prison. That happens to almost all of you. Legendary Goku says, "I have uploaded my first tab thanks to you." And no, it's your hard work. I'm barely doing anything. Just like 10% what I'm doing. It's 90% that you are doing. Make video on your life. I think you can learn more about my life through Instagram. I'm actually I'm thinking to kind of a vlog using the Instagram stories. Probably I'll do it. But yeah, there's nothing much like secretive going on in my life. I just most of the time I spend on this desk, like entire day. I am just sitting on this desk making videos. Now I'm even talking from the same desk. That's what I do. Tips for RHCE. For the RSCE, I definitely can give you some tips because I cleared my RSCE and RHCSA, I guess, 8 years ago. Okay. So if you're giving your exams on Red Hat, the one thing that you absolutely keep in mind is make a strategy of when you are going to restart your computer because you install a lot of servers, Apache and Samba and all of these servers. So one of the things that you have to understand is when to restart because restarting the machine takes some time and you have limited amount of time. There's a super chat. I'll come back on that in a minute. So Sachin Sharma says online course for ML AI like yours or offline course via multiple institute with collaborations with IIM or IIT, which are pretty expensive. Yes, of course, they have the branding associated with that. They have a lot of money that they are spending on advertisement, so they are expensive. But I think you don't need that much of expensive courses because they are just in a collaboration with IIM and IIT. They are not actually a degree from that. So a lot of institutes are running the collaboration. In fact, we are also thinking to have a collaboration with a couple of colleges. Then you just share your revenue a little bit, but you bump up your fees a little bit. So the courses which we are offering in just 2,000, 2,500, they will bump up to like 25,000 per month, and then it's going to be a 6-month course. Then we'll share revenue with those colleges, so content is going to remain same. So what I can tell you is don't look for the brandings there, IIM, IIT, whatever that is. Just look for the content where you are actually getting the best value of the money that you are spending. I think these brands doesn't really do anything when it comes to machine learning, AI, in general, IT and programming. Just look for what content you are learning. And this is the one mistake we all do. While walking in the college, we ask for what is your placement? We don't ask what you're going to teach us. And then we blame that you're not teaching us the advanced stuff. So, yeah, again, personal thoughts. Hey guys, you forgot to hit that like button, so go ahead, hit that. Okay, what's your most used shortcut key? I would say tab. It's just one key, but the insane amount of shortcut that I use is from the tab, because I most of the time in a Linux-ish environment, the Mac is also a Linux-ish environment. So the most shortcut that I ever use is the tab key. I'm writing something and then just tab, tab, and tab. It's a habit that I picked up during my Red Hat certifications and stuff. So I would say, yeah, that's the one thing I got there. My most used shortcut is tab. I cannot think of anything else. With the company you are working, like with which companies I'm working. Uh, Sir, you forgot to complete tips on RFC. Yeah, I was talking on that. Thanks for reminding. So, as I was saying, in the RHCE exam, you get to install a lot of software. There is an entire like 5 or 6 question that comes up. Some question is to just create a user and something like that. So if you have that kind of question, just finish them up, because these questions don't require a restart. So first finish out those questions, and then comes up the interesting part, because you have limited amount of time, and during that time you have to install these servers. Some servers require in between restart of that. So only after the restart you can further start to configure these files. So what you can do, if you have planned it nicely, then you can use like Samba, your Samba server and the FTP server, and can configure both of them together. And then in the one restart, both of these servers are ready to just work on with that. So this is the one thing I can suggest to you. So make sure you make a strategy. Ask your instructor that which server we can install together and can restart at the same time. It saves a hell lot of time. I was able to finish up my exam in just like uh, 45 minutes or 1 hours before the actually time limit, because of this strategy only. And I scored 96% in that exam, 95 or 96% in that exam. In another one I scored 100%. So that is one thing you can go. Okay, there's a super chat by Sandeep Das. He says, what camera are you using for this live session? It's super quality and love your past videos. You are my inspiration being YouTuber. Thank you so much. I just feels really overwhelming when people call me YouTuber. I love it. I love it. So the camera that I'm using is Sony A6400. I sometimes use the Sony one. Sometimes I use my Canon one, which is still the old 80D. I'm still rocking it. This live is actually going on from the Sony. I recently bought it. I'm still trying to figure out this camera. I'm not yet 100% done. If you'll watch my previous couple of lives, Saturday lives, in one of that, I was not able to properly came up with the aspect ratio. It was shrinked. Another one are having the focus peaking issue. I was able to resolve this focus peaking issue today only, just 1 hour before the live. I actually start working on these live sessions and setups around 3 or 4 o'clock, and then keep on tweaking the stuff little bit here and there to just get a perfect live setup with perfect audio. Feng Tech says, Sir, your favorite Linux distro? Uh, I would say in general, I am more comfortable in the Red Hat sides of distro. Probably Fedora or is something that I personally would love to have. The work, the distro on which I have worked more is actually Backtrack and Kali Linux because of my work issues. But the best distribution of Linux is actually Mac. It is paid, of course, but I think that is the best distro. Please share your journey of LCO and success. LCO is nowhere near success, Raman. It's just as a work in a progress. And one thing that always keeps reminding me of how unsuccess, or when you don't get that much of success, can keeps you going is my YouTube channel. The username on this YouTube channel is Hitesh iTube, and iTube was one of my biggest failed project. I openly say that a lot, that what the courses that you see on the Learn Code Online, I never planned for the paid courses. All of this material was intended to go absolutely free on YouTube. And that's when this channel actually was born as Hitesh iTube. And the domain that was I was planning to run was iTube. That's it. And it was not iTube. Definitely, it was a little bit inspired by Apple, but I wanted to have an India tube. It didn't work out. Nobody supported. Nobody gave us the fund to buy expensive mics and camera, the quality that I wanted to have. They said, why would I watch your videos when we have Neptel, when we have other such things? Then that's when I decided that it's not really going good. So I have to arrange my money on my own. And that's the reminder to me always that Hitesh iTube never worked out. You have to work more on it, and you have to arrange money for yourself. The free thing is not really going out now. Neptel is outdated, right? When what is updated? When was it updated? From the day one, Neptel videos are so boring. I openly say that. Okay, so, being a native Android developer, should I learn Flutter? Absolutely. The world is actually moving towards this kind of development, Flutter, React Native. So, I think you should not miss that train. Don't miss that. Is MCA worth it? Absolutely. Higher education is always worth it. Okay, let's pick up a couple of more questions. Uh, Please tell about software testing for people having no technical background. I have actually already posted a video on the software testing and how it works and what you should be learning and all these stuffs. I think you should check out on my YouTube channel. The video is already there. So I think that video will do more justice. There's an interesting question. Let me answer that. This reminds me of some of my old stories as well. There is a question by Sandesh. It says, nice name, Sandesh. That says, Sir, can you explain what is Google AdWords certificate? Okay. First and foremost, you don't need Google AdWords certificate. It's just a certificate in which you answer some MCQs based on how Google Ads should be running up, and you can just get it. Anybody can get it. There's no big deal. So when I was working in this company, which where I learned all of my SEO tricks and tips and how to just bump up your ranking and expand more widely, these companies actually do value these certificates a lot. And they said, "Hey, you are certified by Google." These guys have no idea that how easy was it to get these kinds of certificates. Like I can get it like within a one night. But yeah, it reminds me of my old days when I was learning all of this SEO and stuff. Digital marketing is really a good technique if you can learn it. I learned it, I'm still using it, and I absolutely love it. And there is a question which says, how to convert pi to APK? uh, don't you think you are becoming more dreamy than converting any extension to any? These extensions do work online in converting doc to PDF or PDF to something else. It doesn't work like that. You cannot convert like pi to APK. There's no such thing. The world of IT and the information security is more dreamy world. Movies take full advantage of it. So don't be like that. Okay. Okay, let's pick up more questions and best iOS books. I would say you are running out of the luck. The iOS development is so fast. Every year it gets an update that whatever the book you are going to be learning within a minute, it's going to be outdated. So videos, tutorials, or courses are actually a far better choice. So I would say that go for that. Okay, IT job in hometown versus large IT city. I would say when you're working in your hometown, you get paid less. When you move on to a different city, you get pay a little bit more. Now decide yourself, which one would you like? Little bit adventure in a new city or comfort at your home? You decide it. Okay. Hey guys, you forgot to hit that like button. So go ahead, hit that like button. In case you are new here, hit that subscribe button. So go ahead, do that. Let's bump it up to at least 350. Just a little more. You can just press that like button. It's not charging anything to you. Is JavaScript good for web development? If JavaScript is not good for web development, what is? It's the hurt language for the entire web. Okay, there's a super chat. Anirudh is here. Backend developer learning path. I would say that most backend developers struggle because they just jump into learning Node or Django. By the way, that's a good path. But you're going to realize yourself that you are struggling as soon as the database comes in. So, a few understanding or the basic foundation of database is something that you should keep in your list. And I would say that If you're going for the Node stack, just watch out my free Node.js course. It's at Learn Code Online, absolutely free. Check that out. Or if you're learning for some other stack, MySQL would be a great choice. So that should be great. And after that, you learn anything on top of that, like anything like uh, MySQL, PHP, or whatever that is, that's good. But focus on the database first, like what database stack you want to go for. Is it going to be Mongo, MySQL, Oracle, whatever you like? No such big deal. I don't have courses like on all of them, but I would say there is no something like that. Legendary says, "Is that vodka? Who the hell drinks this much of the vodka?" Like, don't you think this is a pretty big glass for vodka? If you would say like whiskey or something, I would like forgiven you for a great joke, but who drinks that much of vodka? Okay, how to begin with machine learning? Start with Python. That would be a great choice. I do have a course on Python as well at Learn Code Online, pretty cheap. And of course, all the courses, paid courses at Learn Code Online comes with the support of our amazing team. And support is necessary. I do understand that. Okay, Abhishek Manoharan. Did I say it right? I got a new job, but overwhelmed with the React, Flutter, etc. Should I spend extra time in learning those stacks now? Absolutely. But I would say after 2 months at least, because when you're in a new job, there's a lot of responsibilities, a lot of things that you are learning, and being totally honest with your job is also a great thing. So I don't think so you should spend much on the time in learning those extra things in your extra time. Just focus a little bit more on company, at least for 2 months. Then obviously you'll get some free time. Not all the companies are busy like 12 months around the clock. You will get some free time. So in that free time, start whenever you see the first slot that you are having little less pressure, then you should start that. But I think being a little bit more honest with the job is actually also a duty as a human being. So I think you should do that. Those guys have trusted you a lot to give you a job. So be grateful that because of those person we are able to have a food on our plate. So be thankful to them. And learning is also good, but I think you should wait a little. Shrikant Super Chat, thank you so much. Any prerequisite for learning MongoDB? I think no, there's not much of the prerequisite for that. If you have a little bit knowledge of JavaScript, that surely will help, but not compulsory, not at all. Okay, best laptop under 45,000 for programming. Please help. I'm asking from 180 views. uh, Tony Stark. This is a question by Tony Stark. To be fairly honest, I'll be honest with you. I usually reply to the people whose ID looks more genuine. uh, Also on the Instagram, also I reply to most of the comments and most of the personal chats whose ID looks more genuine. Those fake IDs I usually avoid, and since your name was just popping up as Tony Stark, that's why I avoided your question. But anyways, I'll say under 45,000, I think Asus make a pretty decent hardware in that. I think you can pick up any best machine you can get from Asus. I don't have any association with them, but I think in that range, you can have that. But if you add a little bit more money in that, I think within 60,000 or something, you can get a Mac Mini. Surely screen will come extra, keyboard will cost you extra. It is not a really easy game. I think that would be a better machine, far, far better than any Windows. But if you're looking for 45,000, I think you can go for Asus. It will give you a better machine, better configuration in overall. Okay. There's a question by Bhuvaneshwar. He says, could you please tell us how to balance work life? Uh, I don't know actually how to answer this exactly. The work life balance is a pretty edgy thing. Like people say, I work 20 out of 24 hours, I work like 18 hours, 16 hours, and my marriage is completely broken. Like it is going to be. So I also try to keep it like there's always a peer pressure on me that, hey, post videos, but I don't listen to them all the time. On Sundays, I get like totally free and something. There's a super chat by Piyush. It says, shortage of full stack dev, skill versus CS degree future. Piyush, I really don't want to talk on this subject as of now because there is an upcoming talk on TEDx which is coming up. I have actually just finished it. The title of the talk is going to be The Serious Case of Indian Engineering. So I will talk a lot on this subject in that. So I think I should leave that there. And once the talk is out, then we can discuss it more freely. How to be good at competitive programming. This is one of the mistake that a lot of beginner does. They see the competitive programming and they just jump into that without knowing the syntax of programming, without knowing the data structures, without messing around building a few minor projects. If you're going to jump directly into competitive programming, you're going to feel like programming is not for me. Don't do that to yourself. Programming is definitely for you, but make sure you first learn the language itself. I'm not saying you to build like massive projects. Build the small scale projects, probably a to-do list or something in that language. Then learn the data structures and algorithm, and then only move into the competitive programming. Otherwise, you're going to just feel like, hey, that's too much for me. And definitely take advantage of learncodeonline.in. Pretty decent courses are there in a very decent pricing. Okay, Niranjan says, I'm trying for 3 months. What you're trying for 3 months? Prerequisite for learning Flutter. Dart, of course, Dart programming language. Flutter works on Dart. So first go ahead, learn the Dart programming language, and then jump into Flutter. Say something about ICPC. What is that? Not aware. Honestly, not aware of that. Why did you stop doing Flutter course? I did it. I did the entire Flutter course. It's available at learncodeonline.in. It's complete. It's done. Sir, it would be great if live duration would be for 2 hours. I think my camera battery is going to run out in that time. And it's actually, don't you think it's too much uh, to just sit here for me for 2 hours continuously? I can try and talk that as well. That's going to be tough for me. I will try, but I think 1 hour is enough. You're coming on TEDx. Yes, I'm coming on TEDx one more time. And actually, I got two more invitation in the last couple of months. I couldn't actually accept that offer because I was busy in making the DSA course. I know my courses are actually secretive way of working the things. That's why I said no. I'm really sorry, I cannot come. But now I'm taking all the courses. In fact, I finished up this course, and tomorrow I'm making another TEDx talk. I haven't got any invite from it, but that talk is going to be on 30 under 30. That's like traveling 30 countries before turning 30. I'm almost finished that talk also, and whenever I'm going to be having a next invite on TEDx, I'll be doing that. Chandan Singh's, what about blockchain prerequisite? I'm not much interested in the blockchain, especially after getting so much of the trouble in the Libra. Let me tell you honestly, if in case you know aware about, are you aware about the Libra? I guess you are. I posted a video on my channel as well. So once the Libra came out by Facebook, I thought that this is going to be a revival of the blockchain technology. I think Facebook is a pretty giant company, and that company can actually revive this blockchain concept again using the Libra, and there can be more demand of that. And at the same time, Ambani's, which are pretty big name in India, also revealed some things about the blockchain, and they're trying to implement some things on the blockchain. I think this can be an absolute revival of that. And then a few days later, I just read that Libra is in trouble by Facebook, and the Ambani's project is also getting held right now for the blockchain. That's when I realized it's not really a right time to jump into the blockchain as of now. It's too fresh for me, at least. I'm not a researcher. If I would be a researcher, I would surely be jumping into it, but I'm not a researcher. I'm moreover into the implementation aspect of the technology. So that's why I do that. Programmer can sit whole day. Don't challenge them. I already sit on this chair like almost entire day, but I think talking at the same time for continuous 2 hours is going to mess up my throat. So yeah. Any openings for Java developer in your company? Mamik does. We moreover don't take just a specific person on just one domain. because we actually switch a lot of time into variety of tech domains, and somebody who is just specifically trained in one domain, that's not a right fit for our company. As of now, we don't have any openings, but we prefer the developers who are more diverse a little bit, not just Java, probably a little bit more frameworks of Java, then a little bit on JavaScript hands. So that's what we prefer, because we work a lot on different technologies. Our job is to make a variety of courses on that. So yeah. Mobin says, full stack developer or Android? If I would be in a college and I see this question, I would say Android is already very crowded as of now. I would say full stack developer. Personal choice. Again, I love to work on web. And for the mobile, I prefer React Native, Flutter. That's actually a bit fun thing to learn. Okay. Can you please tell us about Cisco Voice Future? Ah, you are aware of it. I think it's gonna be a next revolutionary thing. I think it's gonna be great in the. There's a super chat by Sai Kumar saying, hacking or development to start career. Development. I'm biased toward development. I just sometimes wish I could have been in development earlier. Why I spend so much of the time in pen testing and hacking and all of that. So I think Legendary Goku says, Aditya sir helps a lot. Thanks to him. Yes, thank you so much. Aditya is really an amazing person in our team. Entire team is working really hard. Aditya, Yash, Piyush, Samprit, Roshan, Saksham. Everybody is trying to just provide you answers as quickly as possible. Manish says, who are you and what is your company name? I think you are too early on this channel. Spend some time, enjoy. We'll figure it out later on. Yes, who are you? My channel name is my name. Like, what kind of dumb question is that? Okay, sir, what is trending in Silicon Valley? There's a lot that keeps on trending in the Silicon Valley. As of now, some controversies are traveling a lot in Silicon Valley. Some controversies regarding some of these research paper is traveling a lot. Apart from that, the Libra is trending a lot. The trouble that Facebook is facing for that. Is Bangalore good for web developer? Bangalore is good for any kind of IT professional. It's good for everything. I just heard Google acquired Fitbit. Is it? I'm not even aware of it. I'll check it out. Thanks for the news, by the way. Uh, News by Shubham. I'll check it out. That's an interesting acquisition, I would say. Okay, let's pick up more questions. Django or Node.js? Why? Learn both. Like, I would say both. Yes, Fitbit is acquired by Google. That's interesting. I was not aware of it. I usually keep check on that, but looks like I was too much busy in DSA. Too much busy. Okay, so hey guys, in case you are new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. We do Saturday lives about talking on tech stuff, answering your questions, answering what's happening latest in the market and all these stuffs. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button and hit that like button as well. Okay, so let's pick up next course in LCO. I always try to keep my courses as secretive only to me only. I'm not pretty sure how the course is going to turn up, whether I'll be able to post it or not, whether I'll be just deleting that course, will not finish it. There's a lot of things that goes on, so that's why I don't like to reveal upcoming courses. I think that it's best actually to keep it with me only. Okay, so in case you haven't yet visited learn code on, okay, it says I hate spamming, but I do really want your suggestion. Rahul, what do you really want to ask? In case you missed anything or something, you can ask it during my Instagram live as well. I post some stories as well. So join me up on Instagram as well, Hitesh Chaudhary Official. We're growing up there, and I'm loving Instagram, by the way. Why Bangalore is a FEM in IT? Lot of companies headquarters are there. Almost major headquarters are there in Bangalore. So that's why I think it's easier to find companies. It's easier to find developer there. That's why everybody is in Bangalore. No such other reason. Okay, so please make a Golang course. Golang course is actually in my to-do list. It's gonna come up very soon. Currently, I'll post kind of a voting thing on my Instagram probably tomorrow. That what should I post more? Should I continue with the iOS series or should I switch on to something else like Docker or something? I'll post that tomorrow. So in case you want to take part in that, that's gonna be basically deciding what should I post next on the YouTube. So go ahead and follow me up on Instagram, Hitesh Chaudhary Official, and we'll do the voting there to keep on continuing on the iOS series. In case you don't want to do that, we can push that onto like Learn Code Online as a paid course, and we can work on Docker, whatever you like. We can actually, that will be a learning experience. Again, giving in a big, bold statement, I don't know entire things about Docker. I know stuff enough. Docker is always installed on my system, and I can definitely talk on that. Kubernetes, I am learning it, so probably I'll share that a little. Okay. So that's it for this amazing, awesome Saturday live. I think the quality wise, this live was way better than my previous lives. And we have finally nailed out a pretty good quality of the live without focus speaking. Uh, Pretty good. So that's it for this particular Saturday live. Thank you so much for joining up. I really do appreciate your presence here. It's really a great thing that you came up here. Thank you, Mr. Verghese, as well, for being here from the start to end. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Bye bye. And keep writing amazing code. And whatever you're writing, if you're making any project, just tag me on Instagram. I would love to reshare your project, even with all of that features and whatever you are making. Just share it a story, tag me there. I would love to reshare. People should know that you are working really hard, you are making something, and that needs more exposure, and I would love to help in that. So that's it for this video, and bye bye for now. Keep writing amazing code, and join me up on Instagram as well. I'll be there on Insta now.